Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. Another very beautiful day, beautiful Thursday morning. We back again with our predictions as usual. We always look at football matches that are going on across the globe, and also, take our time to look at the past of the historical results for each of these teams. Using those results, we always come up with our, verdict for each of these matches. All right, we have the games lined up, and we'll be looking at them in a short while. But yesterday we had quite a very good outing, seeing that most of the games we had yesterday was actually on point. We had 5 games, so 4 of them that came out absolutely correct. And there was only Malmo that actually didn't live up to expectation, couldn't win on that occasion. But we had a very, very good outing in general. And today we're hoping to do, very well as well. And before we move ahead, we want to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to take our time to hit the subscription button so that you will be missing out on our football predictions that we always come up here on a daily basis. All right. As been said, we head to the business of today, and we'll start with the English Premier League match. We'll have Chelsea who will facing Manchester United, a very important match. Okay, when we look at the recent stats for Chelsea, you could see that statistics say that Chelsea have actually managed to achieve 5 victories in the last 6 games. They've also lost one, and Manchester United, their way side, have had just 2 wins and a draw, losing 3 games out of the last 6 matches that they have so far. When you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you can say playing from home, Chelsea have managed to achieve 8 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've been doing very well from home. They've also lost 1 game and they've had 1 draw. And away side, Manchester United have won 2 games from away. They've also had 4 draws as well as 4 losses in the last 10 away games that they had. And we know that this very match will be very, very important for Chelsea side, who will be looking to, consolidate on their Champions League position for next season. And for their away side, Manchester United is not so very important for Manchester United. A win or a lose here does not really does not affect the season for Manchester United. So their away side will not really be doing so. Will not really be pushing to win this very encounter. But on head-to-head basis, last meetings between these two sides, the last 7 meetings actually produce a lot of goals. A minimum of 2 goals in each of these meetings. So we are going for a minimum of 2 goals in this very encounter. So we expect to see an over 1.5. 2 goals are the minimal in this very game. Okay, and the next game that we have for you is also in the English Premier League. We'll have Aston Villa who will be facing Tottenham Hotspur, another finalist in the Europa League. Okay, when we look at Aston Villa, the home side, they've had 4 wins and 2 losses out of the last 6 games in the for their away side. They've been able to achieve. Tottenham have had 2 wins and a draw, losing 3 matches in the last 6 games. When you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you see that for Tottenham, for Aston Villa, the home side, they've had 8 victories and 2 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've not lost any single match from home. And away side, Tottenham Hotspur have won 3 games rather, and as well as 1 loss. But also they've lost 6 matches in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. And we know Tottenham have been in fine form, in incredible form. The last 7 head home meetings, home matches for the home side, including a win against Paris Saint-Germain. They've been able to, achieve results in the past 7 home games that they had. They've won formidable opponents, the likes of Newcastle, Paris Saint-Germain, Nottingham Forest. They've all been beaten in Aston Villa. So in this very encounter, even though the last meeting between these two sides saw Aston Villa beating this very side by 2-1 in the FA Cup, we definitely expect that the home side Aston Villa will be needing this very game to actually win and advance and also consolidate in European position for next season. So we expect the home side winning here, home win outrightly. That's what we expect for this very encounter. And the next game that we have is in Denmark Super League, where we have Noland will be facing AGF. All right. Okay. When we look at Noland, it is 2 victories and 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 matches that they had. And away side, Aarhus have managed just 1 win, as well as 5 losses out of the last 6 games that they have so far. When you look at how the two teams have performed from home and away basis, you could say that for the home side, Noland, it is 8 victories in the last 10 home matches, as well as 1 draw and 1 loss. And away side, Aarhus have managed just 1 win, 2 draws, but have lost 7 games out of the last 10 away attempts. As a matter of fact, the last 5 away games have seen them losing all 5 away matches. And the last head-to-head meeting between these two sides, I've seen Aarhus, AGF the home side actually winning against Noland, which happened in March of this very year. And on that occasion, Noland played from away. But last prior to that, we saw Noland winning from home against this very side. And again, Noland is actually playing from home here, and we're expecting the home side to take the day here, and we expect the home win. Noland to win out shortly. That's all value for that very game. Okay, and the next start that we have for you today is in Norway First Division, where we have our Trumo who will be facing Bodlint. And we could see that in the last 6 games for Trumo, they've won 2 matches and a draw, as well as losing 3 games in the last 6 matches. And on which side, Bodlint have won 2 matches and a draw, losing 3 games out of the last 6 games that they had. All right, when you look at how the 2 teams have performed from home and away basis, you could see that Trumo, the home side, have managed to achieve 5 victories from home. They've also had 3 draws, but have lost 3 matches as well. The last 3 home games that they had, saw them losing all 3 from home. And away side, on the other hand, Bodlint have managed to achieve 5 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had a draw, but have lost 4 games, the last 10 away matches that they had so far. Okay, on head-to-head basis, the last meeting between the 2 sides saw them playing out a 0-0 draw. That meeting actually happened in October of last year. And prior to that, we saw Bodlint beating this very side by 4 goals to 2. And in this very one, we are expecting the away side, Bodlint, who we know have been doing very well, who know to be the strongest side in Norway at the moment, to rise to the occasion and win out shortly. And we expect the away side to win out shortly here. And we win. That's what we expect for that very game. And the next we have for you is also in Norway, but actually in Norway second division, where we have Aston who will be facing Aston. Okay, for Aston in the last 6 games, it is 4 victories and a draw, as well as 1 loss in the last 6 matches. And away side Aston, they've won 3 games and 2 draws, also losing 1 match in the last 6 matches that they had so far. All right, when you look at how the 2 teams have performed from home and away basis, you can see that Aston, the home side, have had 4 victories and 3 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 3 games out of those. And away side Aston have managed to achieve 7 victories and 2 draws, also losing 1 in the last 10 away games. But when you look at their score line, you can see that for the home side, Aston, it is 8 times out of 10 that produce over 2.5 in most of their, the matches that they had from home. And away side also have seen a very similar situation here. It is 7 times out of 10 that they have actually experienced over 2.5. And the last away game they had, saw them scoring 4, and it was a 4-1 victory against OS. And we also saw Aston having a 3-3 draw against Kongsvinger. So that tells you that these 2 teams scores as well as concedes. Also, on the head-to-head basis, we see that the last meeting between the 2 sides was in club friendly, and it was Aston who won by 4 goals to 0 on that occasion. But in this very one, we are going for the goals to appear here. We expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter, and it is an over 2.5. That's all value for this very game, and that brings our predictions for you today. And Betcraft to conclusion. We wish you the very best of luck and hope to get goals green. And also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. Sometimes may not be exactly what it presents. Right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.